Let's be real. What I'm about to say will probably set the internet on fire. Everywhere I look, I see smart, successful, good-looking men living quietly by themselves. Not for weeks or months, but for years. They're not socially awkward. They're not broken. They're not hiding in basements. They simply decided that being single costs less, emotionally, mentally, even financially, than stepping back into a system that feels stacked against them. If you've ever wondered why connection feels harder now than ever before, stay with me. Because by the end of this video, you'll see how modern dating turned into a game most men stopped playing, and why that decision might actually make sense. Welcome to PsycheLure, where attraction, emotion, and psychology intertwine. Where are the happy couples? When was the last time you met a couple under 35 who looked genuinely content? Not just posing for likes, but actually happy. You're thinking about it, aren't you? Maybe you've seen smiling faces online, engagement rings, matching vacations, but in person, it's rare. It's as if relationships became a stage play where everyone's performing happiness while quietly burning out behind the curtain. That disconnect isn't random. We've built a culture where staying single often feels like the rational choice, not the lonely one. Imagine realizing that peace of mind comes easier alone than negotiating affection through constant tension. The truth hiding underneath is uncomfortable because it means the problem isn't love itself, it's the new rules surrounding it. Dating as a losing bet. Picture walking into a casino with one table in the center, high stakes only. To sit down, you must put up your savings, your emotional balance, your peace of mind, and half your future earnings. Then the dealer leans in and says, "By the way, 7 out of 10 players lose everything. The lucky few who win, most say it wasn't worth it." Would you still play? Of course not. That's what modern relationships have started to feel like for many men. A table with poor odds and no refund policy. The risk isn't just heartbreak. It's your mental health, your stability, your purpose. So they walk away, not out of fear of love, but because the math doesn't add up anymore. And that's when the real question appears. What changed the game this badly? The qualified applicant. A cousin of mine, 34, has everything together. Solid income, stays fit, dresses sharp. When I asked why he hasn't dated in years, he laughed and said, "Because it feels like applying for a job I'll never get." He opens a dating app and sees listings that read like executive requirements, minimum height over 6 feet, top-tier income, own property, travel often, speak multiple languages, and be both comedian and therapist on demand. It's absurd. He jokes that even the application fee is emotional exhaustion, but behind the humor sits truth. Expectations have drifted far beyond reality. Many women unintentionally turn dating into a luxury market, where the entry price keeps rising while the value offered stays the same. And when nobody's buying, they blame the customers. Value versus demand. It's like someone trying to sell a 10-year-old sedan at luxury car prices because they bought new seat covers. There's confusion between worth and asking price. When attention stops coming, instead of adjusting expectations, many double down and call everyone else cheap. This isn't bitterness, it's market behavior. If one side keeps inflating value while offering less in return, the market corrects itself. People stop showing up, stop investing, stop playing. The dating economy isn't collapsing because men gave up on romance. It's collapsing because supply and demand stopped matching reality. And until that gap closes, staying single remains the safer bet. One-sided respect. Go online and type "men are trash." You'll find millions of posts, jokes and comments, liked, shared, celebrated. Now type "women are trash." Watch it vanish. Flagged, removed, labeled hate speech. That imbalance tells you everything. Disrespect toward men has become socially acceptable. even rewarded. Meanwhile, the same words flipped around are treated like a crime. We can't keep pretending that kind of double standard doesn't corrode trust. You can't spit on a group daily and expect them to line up for affection afterward. Respect has to be mutual, or it doesn't exist at all. And when respect disappears, something else takes its place: resentment. That's when good people quietly exit the game, not in anger, but in silence. The date that never happened. A client once told me about his last attempt at dating. He's 28, a software engineer, polite, genuine, doing well for himself. He picked up his date, paid for dinner at the restaurant she chose, tried to start a conversation. She barely looked up, busy filming her plate, tagging the location, curating stories for her followers. Not one tag for him, not even a thank you. At the end, she sighed. This was boring, and left. The next morning, she posted about how men don't know how to date anymore. He realized he hadn't been a date at all, just unpaid content for someone else's feed. That's the kind of moment that flips a switch. It's not just rejection, it's feeling invisible while paying for the privilege. The ages of delusion. I see this timeline repeat everywhere. At 22, I don't need anyone. I'm working on myself. At 28, I'm ready for something serious, but only if he checks all 40 boxes. By 33, where did all the good men go? And at 38, I'll date anyone who texts back. It's the same movie on loop, different actors every time. The tragedy is, it could have ended differently. At 25, they had options, real, decent men ready to build. But the illusion of endless choice told them to wait, to filter, to never settle. Now those same men they passed on, they've built lives, found peace, or moved on to younger partners who actually value them. Time always collects its debt. It just does it quietly. So when men step away from the dating pool, it's not confusion, it's pattern recognition. Why men opt out. Men aren't disappearing from relationships because they hate women. They're stepping back because the return on investment collapsed. The work, the cost, the risk, it all outweighs the reward. Think of it like business. When an industry turns unprofitable, smart investors pull out. It's not emotional, it's arithmetic. And once you realize the system punishes effort instead of rewarding it, staying single stops feeling like failure. It feels like clarity. That's not cynicism, that's adaptation, the human instinct to stop pouring energy into something that never pays back. The rigged rules. Watch how the rules twist. A woman says she won't date a short guy. People cheer. Know your worth. A man says he prefers fit women. Suddenly he's toxic. A woman wants a wealthy partner. She's ambitious. A man wants a younger partner. He's predatory. She can demand 6 figures. He can't mention body weight. One side's standards are celebrated, the other's preferences condemned. You can't call it equality when only one half gets to choose without shame. Men see the contradiction, even if they don't say it out loud. And every time they're told to man up for noticing, another one quietly checks out. Because nobody plays a game where the rules only apply to them. The wedding scene. A few years back, I was at a wedding that looked like it came straight out of a magazine. Massive venue, perfect lighting, the works. But when the groom walked down the aisle, his face said everything. It wasn't joy, it was surrender. You could see it in his eyes, that quiet dread people get when they already know the ending. All night, his bride complained about the flowers, the food, the music, never once about her husband's happiness. 6 months later, they were divorced. She kept the ring, the gifts, the social media photos. He kept the debt and the silence. Moments like that don't make men afraid of love. They make them afraid of loss disguised as love. Men adapt to loneliness. Here's the twist most people miss. Male loneliness isn't crushing anymore. It's evolving. Men are problem solvers by design, and they've learned to build comfort out of solitude. Need companionship? Get a dog. Loyal, steady, no drama. Need purpose? Build a business, chase fitness, learn a craft. Need peace? Spend time with friends who don't turn affection into transactions. What used to feel like isolation now feels like freedom. No arguments, no emotional chaos, no one using love as leverage. Just silence and peace in that silence. Loneliness hasn't broken men, it's refined them. They've turned what was once pain into power. The social media mirage. Social media rewired how people see themselves. A woman matches with one elite guy online and suddenly believes she belongs in the top 1%. She doesn't realize he swiped on everyone, half out of boredom, half out of habit. It's like winning a few dollars on a slot machine and thinking you've mastered Vegas. The algorithm feeds her validation, not truth, and she confuses attention for affection. Meanwhile, the men who could have cared for her disappear from her feed, not because they vanished, but because the algorithm decided they weren't exciting enough to show her. And slowly, what was once dating becomes an illusion of infinite choice, without a single real connection inside it. High risk, no return. Think about it in terms of investment. Every man knows the balance between risk and reward. High risk can be fine if returns match. But dating today? It's high risk with guaranteed losses. You give your time, effort, loyalty, money, peace of mind, and if it fails, you still pay the penalty. Some men lose savings, some lose custody, others lose themselves. No investor would pour resources into a business that takes everything, blames you when it collapses, and still demands more. Yet that's what many modern relationships resemble. When the outcome's almost always negative, walking away stops being cowardice. It becomes financial literacy for the soul. Programmed to fail. Here's the deeper issue. Both sides have been programmed with opposite scripts. Women are told from childhood that they're flawless as they are. No need to improve, just know your worth. Men are told they're never enough, always needing to earn, prove, and upgrade. So you end up with one group convinced they deserve everything without effort, and another worn out from giving endlessly for nothing. That equation only has one result: exhaustion. It's not hatred dividing people, it's miseducation. And when belief systems clash with biology, something has to give. We're watching the fallout of that programming in real time. The market corrects itself. Eventually, every imbalance resets. The dating world is no different. It's just a marketplace adjusting after decades of inflation. Men have stopped investing, and the demand that once felt endless is drying up. Now, the same people who laughed at average men are asking where they went. They didn't vanish. They just stopped playing. They took their time, money, and peace back. The outcome isn't revenge, it's equilibrium. When respect leaves the table, participation follows. And soon the only ones left are the ones who thought the rules would never apply to them. That's not cruelty. That's the market doing its math. Pragmatic advice. So what now? For men, the answer's simple. Invest in the only thing that can't betray you: yourself. Build your finances, your body, your skills, your peace. If someone joins that journey and makes it better, great. If not, your life still moves forward untouched. For women, the challenge is honesty. Ask if your standards come from real compatibility or online fantasy. There's nothing wrong with wanting the best, but the best only works if it's mutual. We can't fix this overnight. The culture's too deep, the habit's too old, but awareness is a start. And awareness turns into wisdom when the pain of repeating the same cycle finally outweighs the thrill of being right. Reality isn't cruel, it's just clear, and clarity once seen can't be unseen. The bar proof. Last month, I was at a bar with a few friends. Next to us sat a group of women in their late 20s, maybe early 30s, laughing loud enough for the whole place to hear. One complained, "There are no decent men left." Her friends nodded in agreement like a choir. Then, one of them opened a dating app. Thousands of matches. She scrolled, rejecting every face. Too short, too average, too boring. At one point she said, Why would he think he has a chance?" Everyone laughed. 5 minutes later she sighed, "Ugh, why am I still single?" It was like watching someone throw away food while starving. The irony would have been funny if it weren't so tragic, because that's the loop, the illusion of endless choice creating endless emptiness. Freedom over fear. Here's the part nobody says out loud. Men aren't angry. They're at peace. No more chaos, no performance, no walking on eggshells to earn affection. They come home, it's quiet. Their time is their own. Their money stays where they earn it. Their choices don't need permission. That's not loneliness, that's freedom. Meanwhile, the same culture that told women they could have it all whenever they want is starting to crack. Because time doesn't negotiate and reality doesn't apologize. You can't pause your 20s, then expect the world to wait patiently for you in your 30s. Men have already adapted. They've built new rules, new peace, new standards. The question that remains is, can women adapt too? Because every year that passes, the window of opportunity narrows. Not out of punishment, but out of nature's quiet mathematics. In the end, reality always wins. It doesn't scream, it doesn't argue, it simply waits for everyone else to catch up.